Well, hello there and welcome to the Aries Monkey edition. This is the second monkey to have a video release, and it's also the second Aries. So where do we begin with the Aries monkey? Well, as with the Cancerian child of the monkey, being the extremely intelligent but hiding itself, the Aries monkey would not have this intelligence, but it would be much more forthright and have a lot more bravado. Therefore, it will get itself involved in the group discussions, and it will do well in that sense. And they will be quite a popular sign amongst their peers, but their intelligence wouldn't be in the categories of the Cancerians, but they will, as I say, in group activities, in the acting stakes or sport, they will be very much involved, and that's where they're coming to their zone. So, and as I say, they're quite a forthright child. The Aries is, a bit look at me, but in a good way, because they like to get noticed. They like a lot of praise. And they feed off praise, and the thing with Aries, they can take any criticism extremely badly, and the monkey being secretly very sensitive, although it won't show it on the surface, this is quite a fragile union where any criticisms can really set this child back. That's why, where in the group instance, they will really be putting in a massive load of efforts, and I say group discussions and stuff like that. So if we go through into the teenage years, there's still the need to be quite streetwise. You'll find these are a bit more streetwise, but they do like to settle down pretty quickly. The Aries monkey will like to settle down quite quickly. As I say, they're not the hot-blooded animal in the sense of in romantic situations where they'll be dancing from one partner to another. They will like to decide early, and they will like to sort of carry this through. What they will give their partner, they will give solidity, and they will work extremely hard. These are one of the great workers. As I've said, excellent timekeepers, are very, very energetic, very rarely having a day off sick, a very good constitution, in fact, and this is a lot of their strong points, being very robust, being sort of a delivery person out there on their own, a salesperson, would suit this, would very much suit this sign, this combination as a future job, because their timekeeping will be excellent. They will put in the hours. They can very easily work very well from at home. You don't have to watch these people, and they will be putting the effort in. They're not ones where you think, oh, they don't put off anything till tomorrow. They will get it done, and they like to do it in a rush, and they like to just progress and move on, and they are very solid in that frame of mind. The slight downbeat beat side for them is if they're not getting noticed, they can be a bit of a chest beater. If you can imagine the ranter and raver in a zoo, the one that's beating his chest, giving it large to get noticed. This can be the Aries monkey, and they will use intimidation tactics, or possibly very vocally, can be very vocally aggressive to intimidate people. But you always have to remember, 99,000 times out of 100,000, this combination is the hot air one. It will beat its chest, it will shout, but it's the bravado, it's to scare you off, or to get you to take notice of it, and that's really where if they haven't got the attention in their life, or they aren't where they want to be in their life, this is where you'll find them, and they will sound off, they will get into arguments very quickly, and you might get the wrath of their tongue, but that's all you will get. You just have to stand firm, you have to reassure where they stand and where you stand, and as long as you're very firm with that, you can diffuse this quite quickly. As I say, if they realise you're not frightened or you're not going to be intimidated, they will soon back down. So that's the negative side there. But hopefully these people, they'll be looking to settle down. They will normally have large families. They will normally father or mother, at least 4 siblings. That's very important to them. They're not a mollycoddling sort of parent whatsoever. They like their children to be very independent. They tend to mix better with their children as their children have got into their teens and they are making their life, then they can become great friends with their children. But in the early days, you know, they like their children to stand up for themselves and make their way very quickly. That is the monkey way. Children don't normally tend to stay in the house of monkey parents or a parent any later than 18 really, because the monkeys really say, right, off you go, I've done my bit. So big families are normally essential, and there is another reason this may be, because the vulnerability of this sign can sometimes give it the feeling that there'll be safety in numbers, and so there tends to be a brood, and that happens with the monkeys sometimes. The safety in numbers aspect will come into play, but genuinely, they will work damn hard for that family, and they will, as I say, give everything, and you would not hesitate in employing one of these people. And if they do get to the top of a profession, whatever given profession, it's normally, as I say, it would be sales or it would be distribution. They would be strong there, or possibly even acting. But if they do get to the top, as a boss, they will expect you to be independent. You will be pretty much left alone, and they will expect not to be looking over their shoulder at you or whatever. They do have quite a quick turnover of staff if people aren't up to the task. So that's just a little warning. But if you have one of them Aries monkeys ranting and raving at you, just reassure them that you're on it. You know what you're capable of and what you need to do, and it should diffuse quite quickly. If we come into, as I say, if we come into a situation where, in the health sense, the ranting and the raving will lead to blood pressure and stress levels on these. Very prone to migraines. That can be quite a problem here with this sign, migraines, and also stress-related illnesses. But it's where they're boiling it up, they're getting their emotions so uptight that this will, as I say, come into play, and they will be extremely demonstrative about this. And but they're not ones to lay in bed. They will, as I say, they will jump up. They won't miss days at work. They'll be out there. They'll be fighting for their family and fighting for the cause, and doing a damn good job. This must be said. Okay, if we look at the ideal partners for the Aries monkey, then you would have to look at the monkey family itself. So if we went Leo monkey, Sagittarian monkey, Aries monkey, and also a Gemini monkey, they would be an excellent mixes there. So the monkeys tend to run together a bit like the rats. So it's a very good union. They tend to work very hard as a unit, and that seems to click very, very well. Also the dragons. The dragons are an excellent match for the monkeys. The dragons' generosity and extrovertness really appeals to the monkey, and the visual aspects of you know, keeping up with the latest stuff, etc. And dragons will provide that, you know. So that's a good union. So we look for Leo dragon, an Aquarius dragon, Sagittarius dragon. Then we need to also be looking for a Gemini dragon as well. So they are very strong combinations. The ones to leave alone for this sign, well, they're quite adaptable, to be honest. They're very adaptable, but the ones which possibly would cause problems would be dog years, very possibly. But then again, as I say, the trickiness of the monkey for the dog is sometimes hard to handle. The dog liking to be upfront and very honest. The monkey may have problems here, and there's also possibilities of conflict with the oxen. Liking a steadfast and straightforward approach again. The monkey antics sometimes can tire them out. So if we stick to those zones, but as I say, a very hard-working and a very loyal family person. They will look to get into a family early, and if this is a partner you're looking for, well, I hope this goes a bit of a way to understanding them. And if you're an Aries monkey, I hope this gives you some understanding of yourself, and hopefully you find that perfect match. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.